Yu-Gi-Oh! Mint.com is now TradingCardMint.com. Please check out their selection of over 20,000 cards with prices cheaper than TCG Player. Alright, what's up YouTube? M40. We're doing some Bigbelly. But first off, please check out our friends down at TradingCardMint.com down below in the description as well. For, well, whatever you need from this set for your Bigbelly deck. So, let's dig into this. Hey Austin, I heard this is your best deck.
Dude, this is my calling.
Bro, you suck with everything else.
I know I do.
And Kyler quote.
And Kyler quote. But I'm good with Bigbelly, except tonight I got beat.
So, what does new Bigbelly do?
Bigbelly is once per turn, on place or on stride, but obviously once per turn clause. You call a unit, give it 4K at the end of turn, draw one, and retire it. Has the same clause as Crayon Tiger, so if the unit somehow vanishes, you still get to draw one and attempt to retire the unit. So that's why it's really good. And like I said, it's an on-ride, on-stride, so you... Well, it's on-ride once per turn. On-ride, on-stride once per turn. Yeah, so it's really good. It also has a GB1 skill, which Robbie learned in the Kagero matchup. This thing has success. It has success, and at the end of the battle, this unit attacked a Vanguard. Oh, it's attacked Vanguard or Rigard, and it's successful. You kind of blast one, choose a unit, stand it, give it 4K. The fact that it has success just kind of wrecked Kagero's butt. So, just remember that, because it's a good Rigard too. I went down to playing 2 Elephant. My other builds, I was playing 3 of this. It's just another restander. Just swinging with your Rigard first, you know, allot your triggers to the one that's going to restand, and then you just, like, punish your opponent for being bad.
Speaking of other restanders.
Hi guys! I'm a pretty tiger. I went up to 4. I was tired of writing this thing and then only having like 2 in the deck at a time. And then, you know, not ever seeing it. So I opted to go to 4. Obviously he's a restander and he gives you a draw at the end of the turn. He's where the Crayon Tiger claws came from.
This card's broken.
Card's broken. This is kind of bad.
4 copies of...
This is Kagero's favorite card. So this unit... ow. This unit, when it becomes successful, it gives all success units 2K. 2K. And then it gives all your units with success resist.
Oh, wow.
That is all you need to know. You can Soul Blast one to make this unit successful. And I mean, that's up to you. I've never seen that a problem because your stride makes your power grow. So he's just a big booty and he's resist fodder. So bye Denial Griffin. Come at me, bro.
2 copies of the Otter.
We figured out today that 2 is just fine, and this thing is actually pretty good because it rushes your opponent, and you can put it back in your hand because you make the booster gain plus 4K. That's 20K. He hits success, which means all your units hit success. If you have 2 of those on the board, they're going to bounce back, and you're still going to be able to attack your opponent because chances are they don't have a way to remove it.
Artistic Cookie.
I went up to 2 of this thing. Gosh, she looks so good as SP. I went up to 2. This is actually your Binoculus Tiger with a GB1 skill. So when he attacks, he gets 4K, so if they damage deny you, you can attack with this, give something 4K, and that way you can proc all of your grade 1 skills. And everything like that, like that's why this is played. And I went up to 2 because this is like my ideal ride target. I don't want to ride Crayon Tiger, and I don't want to ride Lesser Rider, and I sure as hell don't want to ride Otter, because I only play 2 of it. So I'd rather, this is the card you ideally want to ride, but I can't see more than playing, I can't see playing more than 2 of this card. And his GB1 is Counterblast 1, choose a unit, gets 4K, at the end of turn, draw 1, retire 1. So it's basically Crayon Tiger again.
4 copies of the best broken PG in the world.
Oh, I can't wait to get those 2 more SPs. Yeah, this is ridiculous. You have no problem soul charging in the deck, so the fact that you Soul Blast 1, when this goes from GC to drop zone, and also if this hits the drop zone from your rearguard circle, if they retire it, you still get a skill, because it's whenever it goes to it's retired from rearguard or guardian, and it doesn't have to be on your turn. You Soul Blast 1, yeah. So if you blow it up, it gets its skill. You Soul Blast 1, you countercharge 1, or you draw 1 and then countercharge 1. Basically, I mean, it's more countercharge help. Ungodly countercharging in this deck.
Alright. 4 copies of this guy.
As you saw, I was only playing 6 grade 3s. I want to make sure that I always have my grade 3s at points in times. So, like, if I need to go search out the successful one, if I'm playing against something that can destroy my units in the front row, I obviously need to go search Bigbelly, because he has success with the Lesser Rider. And then if you just need restanding and you know your opponent can't touch your rear guards, you just go to Elephant. So it's just your searcher.
3 copies of Suicide Hotline.
Yep. Dot Deck Out is his name. Basically, you just play him because early game pressure is amazing. You know, you create a 14k line, a 9k line, and then your Vanguard. It's early game pressure.
Alright.
And you draw one.
4 copies of Stride Fighter?
I was tired of not being able to stride. Every single time. I couldn't stride. Or I'd use the good cards to stride and I'd cry every time. So we went up to 4 Stride Fighter.
Was really that much of an issue?
Yeah, well, because sometimes you want to call that grade 3. You want to call your Bigbelly. So, I mean, I would rather use this if I'm not trying to go into Zoa.
Okay.
So, yeah, definitely 4 Stride Fighter.
Your starter is...
Yay, BT what? BT 13. Oh. Going hard and strong.
What's this guy do?
Counterblast 1, rest him, you give a unit 4k and it retires at the end of the turn. We do have one similar to this, but the problem is that the other one we have that we just got is it rests itself for no counterblast, but it has to choose a unit with success to give 2k.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. So it's not really good. So that's why you go to the generic Telescope Rabbit, and he usually is always going to go off. I mean, he'll die when your opponent strides and rides if they have retires. That's about it. He's serving his purpose.
4 copies of the Crit into the Soul?
Helps the soul. You have to maintain soul. Soul charging and counter charging is crucial in this deck, and plus it gives 3k to something. Success threshold.
4 copies to Austin's Avatar.
That's my avatar. Sorry guys, I won't play the Hollow Crit because I need Hollow of this.
4 copies of this. Wow, you're really on 12 crits.
Yep, it's a draw deck. You draw cards. You draw every turn. So there's no reason not to be playing 12 crits. Draws will help you deck out faster. Stands, there are a few good stands, but they all deal with the retire stuff, and I really don't want to waste my time on retiring a stand trigger.
Plus your deck draws and stands.
Yep, because I have restanders. And then you play the Broken Heel. You counter charge or you soul charge. Pick your whatever you need.
So 12 crits just for the massive aggro.
Yep, and I mean it is really good. Like I said, you go when you see the stride, you'll know why.
1 copy of Zoa.
Why do we have so many of these?
I don't know. Card's so good.
I know. Zoas.
G-Guardians.
I like Turtles. That's why I play it. Now, this is the new G-Guard that we got. It's Counterblast 1. Choose a unit and give it 4k for each open rear guard you have. If that hits 20k, you draw a card. And the cool thing about this is the power that the rear guard gets also goes to your Vanguard. So normally that's... You're going to have no board on your first go. You'll give it to the starter. The starter gets 16, your Vanguard gets 16. That puts you at a threshold. And you get a draw turn.
This is your flipper, right?
Yeah. This card actually just helps you, like, refresh your hand. There have been times that, like, I didn't have stride or I needed new cards, so I'd guard, and throw this out last, and then I get to draw 3 cards. So that's all this is there for.
Anti-Gridora measures?
10k for free.
And calling on the opponent's turn.
No, it's this one.
It's this one. Okay, this is the Gridora.
Hi, this is Gridora's counter. As long as they don't open Stranded you and they just Gridora you, you just use this thing, you Soul Blast 1. You call 2 units from your hand in the column they chose, and then voila. You don't have to worry about it. Then the cool thing about this is they have resist and they can't be hit. So you can't get them off the board.
Alright.
So opted 2.
Sabreeze?
Oh yeah, you have to play Sabreeze. And the reason you play this is too because your on stride is free.
Oh.
So you get the 4k no matter what. Capalug, really, he unflips. That's about. He gets unflipped. That's about it.
Okay, so we're gonna go to this right now.
Oh God.
Best card in the deck.
Remember when you told me you only wanted to play 3 of this?
Yeah, that's because I was playing Saint Billy and he's bad. So 4 of this thing is amazing. I know somebody in the comments said, "I loved your vast stride selection. Barrel. Sorry, this card's broken. For any of you who don't know what it does, basically you unflip 1 card and you Soul Blast 1. Hi Cathbalug, hi the Breathe, and whatever else.
Something else.
We'll get to those.
Yeah. So you unflip 1 and then it says choose all of your units. You don't have a choice. So it chooses all your units in the front row. It gives them 4k for each face-up card in your G zone. And then it gives them the skill that on hit, you draw a card. So if your opponent lets it hit, you plus. If your opponent doesn't let it hit, you plus because you take cards out of their hands because they're going to try to guard everything so you don't draw because you already have a massive hand. That's about it. This card's freaking stupid. It's like your first, second, third.
Value town.
Until you go to Zoa.
Other things you're going to flip, but regeneration.
Yes. We this is the biggest thing with this is regeneration, because there are games that get pushed farther than they need to, and they get pushed farther in the game. So you do run the risk of decking out. And I decked out because I was playing a different variant, and it played a different grade one that actually made me draw cards. So it decked me out, and I didn't have these because we didn't think we had them. And I would be playing these because once something hits success, and I believe his success is 25. So once a unit hits 25,000, when he becomes successful, you choose 4 cards from your drop zone. Mind you, they don't have to be normal trigger or normal units, so you can put triggers on the bottom of your deck in any order. And then if you put 4 of them down, one of your rear guard gets plus 4k until the end of turn. Then at the end of the turn, I draw a card and retire that unit. So essentially, you're putting 3 cards back in your deck. It's just for recycling triggers and being able to make sure.
Then your GB8 LOL.
LOL. Dude, I've unflipped him so many times, you have no idea. I don't even use him. He's just there in case I have no hand and my opponent's like no cards to guard, and I'm like, cool, plus 40k and a crit. And I think all my rear guards get like 10k or something. Yeah, all my rear guards get, I choose up to 5 rear guards and they get 10k, and then they retire at the end of the turn. But it's okay, because if I only have 1 card in hand, I get 40k and 1 crit. And 40k with 2 crit.
Alright guys, please check out tradingcardmint.com down below in the description, and that's what we got for Bigbelly, guys. Later.